Howdy, howdy, everybody. How you doing today? This is a magical day. President Trump was inaugurated. He was sworn in. But before that, the old president, done something that we all suspected he was going to do. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you some videos that's going to let you know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's take a look.
MJ, tell us what's going on, what President Biden is doing on his way out the door.
Breaking news from the White House, a statement from President Joe Biden issuing preemptive pardons for a number of individuals that he said he is fearful will be persecuted, politically persecuted. I just want to tick through for you the list of people that the president says he is pardoning preemptively today. They include General Mark Milley, Dr. Anthony Fauci. We also have members and staff of the committee that investigated the January 6th insurrection. He also said that that group would include the U.S. Capitol and D.C. Metropolitan Police officers who testified before this committee. Jake, this was a possibility that we had anticipated and that we reported was something that President Biden was considering. And in all of our reporting, we anticipated that if he were to take this action, it was very possible that it would happen at the very last minute. And here we are, just hours before President Biden is set to leave the White House. The president is announcing this very controversial decision. In this lengthy statement that he just released, he says, I believe in the rule of law, and I am optimistic that the strength of our legal institutions will ultimately prevail over politics. But he says these are exceptional circumstances, and I cannot in good conscience do nothing. Now, when he is talking about exceptional circumstances, of course, he is referring to the incoming president, Donald Trump, who has made very clear in all of his public statements that he is focused on taking revenge on people, on individuals who he sees as having done him wrong. These specific people, and particularly if you think about the members who served on the January 6th committee, the staffers who served to work on that committee, these are people that the president obviously was worried would face a lot of legal troubles. Knew that there was just a lot of hardships coming their way, and this is why he is taking this action, to make sure that he can save them from all of that, even though he makes clear he does not believe that they did anything wrong.
So he wants to pardon people to help them to keep them from being politically persecuted by the man that was politically persecuted. Yeah, that makes real good sense. Yeah. I mean, they're not guilty of anything. We're just going to pardon them so they don't get harassed. Is that what it is? We don't want to harass these people. They didn't do anything wrong. But anyway, yeah, that's... Yeah, we had a suspicion that's what's going to happen. We do it. We knew it. All right, so let's take another look. Let's take a look at another one. Let's get somebody else's opinion here. See what else is being said.
More on this. And Jamie Gangel, a lot of the members of the January 6th committee said that they didn't want preemptive pardons. They hadn't committed any crimes. They didn't think it was necessary. But there is always just the question of even a prosecution that isn't going anywhere is still going to cost potential defendants up to millions and millions of dollars to just defend themselves.
Right. I think I was just texting with some people who would be covered by this. And as you know, Jake, there was a lot of discussion back and forth about this because members of the committee are covered by speech and debate technically. Witnesses, Capitol Hill Police, D.C. Police, members of the committee, everybody I spoke to who was involved with the January 6th committee hearings felt very strongly. They all said exactly the same words. We didn't do anything wrong, so we don't need a pardon. But, and this is the but, it's the extraordinary circumstances. It's the fact that President Biden felt that there would be this political retribution, political revenge that did not have any bearing in the facts, but that he was giving members, committee staffers, witnesses, sort of a blanket of protection to try to send a message more than anything else. These people should not, nobody should go after these.
Oh, you poor people. You're going to have to spend millions of dollars to defend yourself against accusations that you was pardoned for, but you didn't commit. Okay, yeah, this makes real good sense. You know, this is Bidenomics here. This works out real well for people. If if you didn't commit no crimes or anything, if you didn't do anything to be persecuted for, I mean, there was going to be an investigation before any accusation. So, they're not just going to accuse you and take you to court before they have any kind of proof against you. So, there must be something there. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to be pardoned. But, anyway, this is just my opinion. This is what I think about it and everything. I think it just sets a bad precedence because now Trump can pardon people and, you can raise the same questions about the people he's one pardoned. So, but yeah, let's see what this one guy has to say about it.
But I actually think Joe Biden might have done Donald Trump quite a favor with this. Listen, the American people elected Donald Trump to deal with the border, to deal with the cost of living, to deal with, restoring American leadership abroad, not to be going after Tony Fauci and prosecuting four-star generals. And as much as some of his base may have liked that, most of the country would hate that sideshow. And this kind of allows him to focus on the things that he's good at, that he was elected to do, not get distracted with what would end up being something that I think kind of feeds to his worst instincts. That said, I think he's going to be mad about this. I think it is going to be an awkward car ride over, and I could see it changing some of the remarks that he gives later today. He's going to be speaking twice.
Trump's not going to be the one that's doing the investigation. He's going to order the investigation, and then he's going to move on to the next thing, that he needs to take care of. And it's, he puts it in somebody else's hands, and then they just, they report back to him what they find. So, but, I mean, come on, you don't need pardon. If you didn't do anything wrong, you don't need to be pardoned. If you accept the pardon, it means that you know that you've done something that could potentially be held against you in a court of law. So, I mean, that's just the way, like I said, it's just my opinion. Leave a comment. Tell me your opinion or everything. Tell me what you think about it. Let's engage in this and everything. Let's see what's going through people's heads and everything. I don't know. It just seems like, of course, we knew it was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen. But, yeah, here we are. So now, like I said, you just set a bad precedence for Donald Trump to pardon people left and right. And it is what it is and everything. So, hey, thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and everything. Subscribe to the channel, share it, leave a comment, hit that notification bell, and y'all take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.